Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachal Kodash. I want to say double honors to our apostles, who are elders, who rule well. Also, blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Okay, so this lesson here, it's like, let me get off camera and fix my garments inside out. So, yeah, man, this is pretty much going over Esau and Edom, and this is pretty redundant, or just like almost beating a dead horse. But through the Spirit, I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about, need to be said, and need to be reiterated with a decent amount of clarity. Because I've talked to people and heard people speak, and it kind of blew me back that they question, Esau didn't do anything, these Edomites didn't do anything, and these people that believe, or so-called believe in the truth, that they believe that the Lord is going to come for Israelites and things like that, but they also believe that, well, these Edomites didn't do anything, and everybody ain't bad. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we covered this, as men of the Lord, but I guess everybody don't watch our videos. If I buy, they do, you feel me? But it's like, nah, so with that being said, I want to get in, let's start off with Genesis, Papa Pushah. Genesis, the 25th chapter. I'm gonna have this brother read, just get the precepts. If I say get something, just get a precept.
Since the book of Genesis, Genesis 25.
Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 1. It says, Then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. And Jokshan begat Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan...
Oh, you can just get straight to the point when Esau lost his birthright and...
Okay. Once you were born, okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, and verse 29. It says, I'll go up. It says in verse 27, And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Yeah, so now let's tell them about the characteristics of Esau and Jacob. Jacob, today's Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, I wish we had a sign, I'm going to start putting a sign up for even with the sit-downs, it's a random thought, and pretty much, it's telling you the characteristics of Esau. He's a man of the field, he likes to hunt, even to this day, these characteristics hold true, and this helps out a lot to identify who's who in the scriptures, because the Lord will give you context clues. But dealing with Esau and historical changes, they're not Edomites anymore. Just like with I forget who Ishmael, that they changed their name to the Persians or something like that, I believe, or something around them guidelines. And once it's like Kittim, what I'm saying? Certain lands, even with the 4 rivers, things change. But the Lord gives context clues as to what is what, and he does that with Esau. So that's why some people think Esau is Japhet, that Esau is done away with. But like the scriptures say, the wicked ruleth over the world. If it's not him, then where and who is he? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's saying that in a context that, like, you don't see.
The earth is giving it to the hands of the wicked.
Yeah, the earth is giving it to the hands of the wicked. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if it's not him, then where and who is he? Because who has the rulership of the earth right now? You know what I'm saying? And these people that speculate, because the scriptures say, to the unpure all things, to the undefiled and believing there's nothing pure. So we can sit there and break it down and tell you exactly what what it means and what it's alluding to, but you ain't gonna believe such as case of point, you say the wicked rule the world, and you'd be like, well, China's technically got a USA, but no, bro, we know who running everything, who's over the UN, who the dollar's backed by, who's bombing everybody, you know what I'm saying, who's pushing agendas on everybody. That's clear cut, but people that are too fucking smart for their own good want to go so intricately and with technically, if you look at it like that. Nah, man. Come on, man. It's common sense.
I got a precept for you. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
Yeah, they're and that's the reason why they technically, because they're spiritually discerned. They're not able to open that third eye, for lack of better words, which is your spiritual eye. Okay, and that eye is closed for a lot of jakes. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely closed for Edomites, and it's definitely closed for heathens. That's why they need us to teach them. You know what I'm saying? We talking about spiritual things. We ain't talking about, what location was Babylon and what location did the path that Paul took and all that. Because Esau can go into archaeology and find all that out. But when it comes to connecting the prophecies and getting it right, they're not well enough to do that. They try their hardest, but they're not able to. But let's get back into, Esau and him being the man of the field is because, he's a hunter. They like to go mudding. They're adventurous. Who else is like that? You know what I'm saying? To where they're always doing things like that. There's a lot of people, and per person may say a lot of people are adventurous. But this is an adventurous nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same rhetoric of, women can be strong as men. I know one fucking woman on planet Earth that's stronger than a guy. And so that makes it like, no, come on, man. Like, women are naturally not stronger than men. So it's the same thing. Jake may go hunting and shit like that because how he was raised, and there's nothing wrong with it. But Esau does that. That's his thing. Every Edomite, I know they'll hunt eventually, even if they're in a business or in a country. You know what I'm saying? When they got straw hats or anything, or they're civil, you know what I'm saying? They still are going to go hunt. They love it. They love guns. They love violence. They love the fruits of this earth. Things of that nature. Now it says Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. You know what I'm saying? And let's get that definition for plain by Quashah. Because it doesn't mean like simple. You know what I'm saying? It just means we was well rounded. Okay?
That definition on plain, Strong's H8535, Tom, it says perfect, complete, perfect, one who lacks nothing in physical strength or beauty, sound, wholesome, an ordinary, quiet sort of person, complete, morally innocent, having integrity, one who's morally and ethically pure.
Yeah, so Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. He was a pure, complete person. You know what I'm saying? He went out, he hunted. He at the same time he stayed inside. You know what I'm saying? Cooked. He chilled out. He was a pretty much. He had all the attributes. Okay. And also, Jacob is a homebody. It says dwelling in tents. So Jacob's, Israelites, we're naturally homebodies. You know what I'm saying? When you get up and out, ain't nothing out there, man. When you go in that field, the modern day field, which is outside, what they say gets real in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a perfect example of that, it was I just seen it before I got here. Some party overnight in Chicago. Where a bunch of people, pretty much somebody shot the party up. 15 people got shot, and multiple people dead. You know what I'm saying? That's an example going on in the field. They were doing nothing but probably doing just folly, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're supposed to go out there and handle your business and come back. Mm-hmm. Like really in that time, ain't nobody like they go to the city and all that. Like Simeon in And Levi's sister, you know, she went to the city. She wanted to go to town to see what's popping and what happened when she went in the field. You feel me? So it's like, it's not saying that you shouldn't go anywhere, but ain't nothing out there. Like they say, outside costs like $200 a day. You know, you got all kind of things that's attached to it. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob naturally, we like homebodies. That's all I wanted to say. And we chillers, you know, house parties and things like that. You know, and just chilling, barbecuing, and just, you know, being at home, doing stuff at home, spades and all that. You know, Jake, you know, maximize that. Even though they maximize the folly in the clubs too. But naturally, Jake, we know, you know what I'm saying? You hear that, you know, Otis Redding come on, you know, like, you hear that on the block, you just waiting for the barbecue to start up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You
Smell
know?
it in the air.
So, let's continue. What's that?
God, this is back in the book of Genesis 25 and verse 28. It says, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
Alright, so because it says, before that, can you go up and say they wrestled in the womb? You know what I'm saying?
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah became his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she said, and she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Yep, the elder shall serve the younger. So let's get into, what is it, 2nd Esdras, when it says Jacob is the end of the world.
2nd Esdras 6.
Because it tells you, so that's, you know, in this, they tell you that Jacob grabbed the heel of Esau. Did you read that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob grabbed the heel of Esau, and the elder...
Wait, no, Slacking. No, I haven't, Slacking. This is verse 24. It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after this came his... It says, and after this came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
And his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Okay, now, once you read a little bit more, just to prove a point.
And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Yeah, so that was it. Alright, so nobody, it's like common sense as to why he did that. But people could say, well, technically, you know, the baby's trying to get out and all. Alright, so let's see what the Lord wanted that to symbolize.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It says, and then Ezra said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yeah, so is it talking about the globe? So let's go into Ecclesiastes, you know, I believe it was chapter 1, I believe. Chapter, you know, y'all know what it is.
What's that?
The earth abided forever.
Oh, yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
So it said that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. It's not going to talk about the inhabited, the globe itself. It's talking about a government, you know what I'm saying, rulership. So again, Esau is the end of the world. The wicked, you know, rule the world. If not, where and who is he? You know what I'm saying? Everything connects with the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? It says Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So now you got another context clue that says what? When the wicked rule when the righteous rule, people rejoice with it, but when the wicked rule, people mourn. You know what I'm saying? And people are mourning right now, and guess who's ruling? And then if it says that Jacob shall follow it, and Jacob is known as a chosen, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the reason, how is Esau going to leave out of here, out of his rulership? Through the destruction when the Lord come with his host. The second coming of Yahushua. So, if the Lord's coming back to take down Esau, why would he put another evil person up, right? So that cancels that thought. The Lord's going to put the righteous in rulership. You know what I'm saying? And this kingdom is going to last forever. So people have to understand that. Go ahead, brother.
This is a precept real quick. 2 Peter 3 in verse 13, it says, nevertheless we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth. You know, and we already read, you know, in the book of Ecclesiastes, the earth abideth forever. So what is this talking about? It's talking about the kingdom of heaven that's going to be coming down, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Well, hey, there you go. Wherein dwelleth righteousness. So the kingdom to come, and I think this is important because people don't understand the hope that we look for. Even those that are in the ministry, they don't understand the full breakdown of what this kingdom is going to be. Okay, you're just thinking about now and thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to apply your now and how you live and think that God's going to create a kingdom like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like with being slaves, you think about slaves, how you've experienced slavery historically, and think that when these nations go into slavery, that it's going to be the same way Esau did slavery. And so now when you hear about that, you're like, nah, that ain't right. It's because Esau wasn't right when he did it. You know what I'm saying? Our slavery, they're gonna enjoy it because it says what? When the righteous rule, the people will rejoice.
Yeah.
It's a high possibility for you to rejoice in slavery. You're thinking about transatlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying? But when you sign a contract to get a job, you're a slave. You whistle to your job. Some people love their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you're an NFL star, you sign that contract, you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? They say you traded. You can't say, no, I'm not. You traded. You know what I'm saying? You gone. Dude was like, he found out he was traded when he was at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? He had to move his family and all that, but I'm pretty sure he loved that job. He's getting millions, right? But that's still a contract.
Okay.
You know? So you're still engaged in slavery. Okay?
Something else about that. Get back into the Genesis.
So go straight, I want to get straight to the point so we can get to the cusp of what we're going over. So I want to get Esau being pissed off about, you know, that birthright getting taken and pretty much what he said.
Okay, so this is Genesis 25 and verse 31. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day. Number 30, it says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall his birthright do unto me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him, and he sold him his birthright. So then we got to jump down to 27.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is Genesis 27.
Check the what's that?
And I'm going to start from verse 30. It says, and it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of his presence of Isaac his father, that Esau, his brother, came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat and brought it into his father and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that his soul may be blessed. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said,
You don't have to get all that. Just get to the point where straight to the point on that. Because, now the reason why is the brother wants to read it because it's very important. But the reason why I want to get straight to the point is that y'all know where we're reading from. You know what I'm saying? And we could just tell you what it's saying, and you go read it for yourself, you know.
Alright, Khan. This is jump down to verse 34. It says, "And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father."
Because what happened was is that Esau lost that blessing, that the main blessing, the blessing that the Lord ordained, that transformed that will transform the world. The ultimate blessing is to rule the world. You know, because these two nations, these are the two most powerful nations and the two most youngest nations on planet Earth, right? And basically what happened was Esau lost that chance to rule the world, ultimately. Okay, but in reality, he didn't take it serious, but he lost that chance. That's the reality of it. Okay.
And he said that thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So you want to jump down to when
Yep. So now Esau's upset behind the blessing. So I just want to get the reaction that he had from losing that blessing, because what did Jacob do after he got that? He got out of Dodge, man, because Esau was gonna slay him. Okay, so that's the part I want.
Because I thought you wanted to get how he felt afterwards.
Yeah, I want that too, but. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get to the point that he had a hatred to the point that he wanted to kill Jacob.
Yeah, I got you. This is verse 41. It says, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him."
There you go. So he hated us, and he hates us to this day. So people in this time, they're thinking subjectively. They're thinking, you know, you were just born. How could you hate like that? You had to be taught that. And what's going over their heads is that this is a spiritual thing. Mm-hmm. This goes back to before the Lord was born. You know what I'm saying? This goes back before Rome. This goes back before Babylon. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like the Medo-Persian Empire. This goes back to, all the way back to Cain and Abel. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual thing. These people spiritually are locked in to feel some type of weight. And this is what people are misunderstanding. They think that, you know, they're pushed into being like this, or we fighting back and forth, and if everybody stop, it'll be okay. It's not. All right. Edomites gonna. Hey, if that was the case, well, why the hell did Esau do all he did to the Native Americans when they came over here, and Native Americans ain't do nothing but try to help them? You know what I'm saying? Like, you came over here, they tried to help you cultivate, and as soon as they had something missing, a goblet in their camp, they went straight to war with the natives immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people helping you live. You don't know how to plant, you don't know how to do nothing, and you, oh, my cup is missing. Them niggas did it. You know what I'm saying? You went over there to fight them. There's a reason. They might not even know. It's a spiritual thing. So let's get that in Romans chapter 9 real quick. And it says the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. You hold what I got you holding, brother.
This is Romans chapter 9. I start at verse 15. It says, "For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. So then is it not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the Scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth."
Yeah, so he said whom he will he hardeneth. So people don't understand, like, it's not something that you can do that can change the Lord's will in people's spirits. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you think you can because you have some type of technical control. Like, you can give somebody flowers or candy and make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? You can feed somebody and they won't attack you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that generically would happen. But if the Lord hardeneth their heart, they're gonna think an evil thought towards that. This motherfucker think I'm simple. You think you just gonna get me with this. You know what I'm saying? They'll end up wanting to attack you more. You know what I'm saying? Because how we know that? When he say he hardened Pharaoh's heart, if you read about Egypt, it was all the reason that let him go. He wanted to let him go. It's like, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. Then his heart got hard, like, fuck that. And when I read it, what it came across as, it's like pride. He was like, nah, nigga ain't gonna play on me like that. I'm gonna show it. Now this is the type of shit that happens to us now. You know what I'm saying? Like them type of feelings, they ain't nothing but a spiritual a demon or an angel. For us to be inclined into the scriptures, that's the Holy Spirit, man. You know, the Lord made our spirits to incline towards him, but to get up and read and have that type of energy, you know, that's a spiritual thing. You know, because anybody can get up and read, anybody can like open their minds up, you know what I'm saying, if the Lord allows it. It's not like it's a thing that's difficult. It's just the Lord puts a spirit on us to want to serve him. You know, and then when we open up, he feeds us. He put things in there. Okay? So that's pretty much it on that. So let's get back to you finished that, right? That's the point I wanted. Can you get that precept I sent you, brother? You get something after that.
Okay. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 3. It says, and say unto it, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee.
Yeah.
And I will,
Mount Seir is Esau, okay? That's his living quarters. Okay, Mount Seir, what's it called? Petra, you know what I'm saying? Which basically means a rock, because Peter's name is Petra, you know what I'm saying? Remember somebody tried to trip us up when we was out in Lincoln, what Peter's name is? I'm like, well, it's Petra, because Peter and rock, you know what I'm saying? He's the rock of the church, okay? So, going back to that, Mount Seir is Esau, okay? Because that land, Petra, is where Esau resided, okay?
it says, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
Yeah, desolate means utterly destroyed, completely. Not a few Edomites, not, you know, remaining over. There's a few good ones. It says he would lay thee desolate. Matter of fact, let's get the definition of desolate. You know, I think that's very important because people want God in his timeline and his will to be according to their subject minds. Like if they don't feel angry at Esau or they don't think it's right for the Lord to judge them in that fashion, they're going to find and manipulate the scriptures to make it feel like that when it's not like that. You go ahead, brother.
You want the blue letter?
Yes, blue letter.
Okay, it's a Hebrew word shema, shamama, which means devastation, waste, or desolate. It goes back to the word shamam, which means devastated, deserted, or desolate.
Yeah. So Slakia, that's another. What's the definition of utterly destroy something?
Righteous indignation. Is that what the one you mean?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
But to lay something waste, you know what I'm saying? So you say lay Mount Seir waste, and that's the government. So you gotta stay disciplined with the whole in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
That was it to that.
Yeah, kind. So it ultimately, Salakia, ultimately means to waste. You know what I'm saying? I got that mixed up with another definition, you know. But it still means the same thing. You're destroying something, you know, and laying waste that thing. You know, if you lay waste food, then you're getting rid of it. You're not going to keep some of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I say I'm going to waste this food, I'm going to waste this, I'm going to waste America, that don't mean that New York is going to stand. You know what I'm saying? And Wyoming and shit. You know, but Nebraska and Texas and all that. No, I'm going to waste this place. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah. So they're gonna know. And a person may say, well, how are they gonna know if they're all desolate? You'll know in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, the Edomites on this side are going to be destroyed, and the ones that survive, because they're going to be Edomites that survive on this side, they're going to leave this place because Babylon is going to be totally wiped out. They're going to go into their mountains and their hiding caves and clefts of the rock, as the scripture said. You know, they dig themselves holes in the mountains, man. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can get that, it was in Obadiah, I believe. I'm trying to like not go into Obadiah because I'm eventually getting there. You know.
That's Amos.
This is this is the book of Amos. Let's see. Amos chapter 9 and verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. And though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out hence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Mm-hmm. So basically, there's nowhere they're going to be able to go, but that shows that they're going to do that. They're going to, you know, underwater cities, you know, mountains, retreats. They got, you know,
Communities.
yeah, they got like they're gonna try to you know, Planet X or SpaceX, you know, that they're trying to have a hotel out in outer space, you know, and things like that. So this is not far-fetched. This is not impossible. You know what I'm saying? So
They got that bunker in like the North Pole where they got all the seeds and all different kinds of roots and stuff like that, so they can replant and grow everything back again as well.
yeah, they're trying to, you know, recultivate, but yeah. So at the end of the day, they're not gonna be able to get away. So once America's destroyed, they're gonna come out them places, you know, pretty much like people coming out of a fucking cave or something, you know, trapped in a cave, squinting and looking, and they gonna squint and look and see us at the front of the cave, like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna go into captivity and ultimately gonna be destroyed. Okay, so that's prophetically what's gonna happen to Esau, and that situation of them coming out of the cave, that's gonna be when we're gonna be ruling in New Jerusalem. All right, we're gonna be, you know, we're gonna make them whatever we're gonna make them do. I highly doubt we're gonna have them touching anything in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? We probably have them move rocks for nothing. You know. So, and then we're gonna have other nations over them. You know.
I got a precept real quick.
Yeah.
This is Amos chapter 1 verse 11.
If y'all brothers need some water too, because doing that is gonna, like, whoever's talking is gonna distort it. You know. So I got water behind y'all if y'all need it. And it's in the windowsill. I think it is.
Get the water. Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue